Okay guys, today we're going to talk through the process of multiplying fractions, and that will be both regular fractions and mixed numbers. Okay, so we have two thoughts that we're going to really focus on. Number one, as we write down in this in our interactive notebook, first this is our heading, multiplying fractions. Number one, our first thought, we're going to change all mixed numbers to improper fractions. Change mixed numbers to improper fractions. If we have a mixed number, we change it to improper. Number two, and this is for every problem, simplify before you multiply. Simplify before you multiply. Okay? So that's our goal. Alright, right to the examples. Number one, we have the fraction y over 4 multiplied by 8 over 11. And the way that I write these problems, I want you guys to do the same, okay? We're going to take and say y times 8, numerator top times top, over denominator 4 times 11. We're going to ask ourselves, what common factors can we divide out of the numerator and the denominator? Now, I look and I see an 8 and a 4, and I know they have a common factor of 4 that I can divide out. So I can show that simply by doing this. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 4 divided by 4 is 1. And now I'm simply going to go ahead and combine via multiplication what I have left. As you can tell, I didn't do anything with the y and the 11. There are no common factors to work with there. So on the top, on the numerator, y times 2 I can write as 2y, it's a variable term, all over 1 times 11, which is 11. And that is our simplified product. Okay? Now on to our second problem. We'll have a mixed number. We'll have 3 and 3/4 times 2/5. So here we have to use our first rule, which is to change the mixed number 3 and 3/4 to an improper fraction. So we're going to want to remember that we take 3, the whole number 3, and multiply by the denominator. 3 times 4, which is 12. We're going to add 3. 12 plus 3 is 15. So we have 15 over 4. So we're going to rewrite this multiplication problem as 15 over 4 times 2 over 5. Following step 2, moving forward, we're going to simplify before we multiply. So let's put it all over one big fraction bar. 15 times 2 in the numerator over 4 times 5. Looks like we have a couple of factors we can divide out here to simplify. I see a 15 and a 5, and I know the greatest common factor I can divide out is a 5. And 15 divided by 5 is 3. Well, 5 divided by 5 is 1. Almost finished. We have a 2 and a 4 in the numerator and the denominator. I can divide out that common factor of 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. I'm finished simplifying. I can go ahead and multiply now. In the numerator, 3 times 1 is 3 over 2 times 1, which is 2. Okay, for our purposes from here on out, we're going to actually begin putting our answers in both forms at this point. So we have what's called an improper fraction. And I do want you to leave this fraction as it is. And I also want you to take and make it a mixed number. In this case, it's 1 1/2. And we're going to write our answers when we get improper fractions both ways. Now it's time for practice.